Well, hello there. I am going to give you guys a truck tour this week. Basically, I'm going to show what's in all the cabinets, what we need to do to get at the stuff and do our cooking and cleaning and everything else that goes on in this tiny little space. So I think we'll start over the driver's seat here. So we've got the driver's seat. Right over top is a cabinet where I keep my toiletry bag. So I just have to grab that and go brush my teeth and shave or whatever needs to happen. A light right over the driver there. And right above the driver is where I keep my chocolates, you know, dark chocolate, paper towels, Tylenol. And then coming over to the middle is just a few other miscellaneous things that we need from time to time, as you can tell. There you go. And over here we've got our vitamins. This is over the passenger seat and easy to access. And over here we've got Terry's toiletry bag, toque, and a light over her seat. And then we'll move to the back into the sleeper here. So first of all, we've got this cabinet here. We keep some of the dry goods for cooking. Down below, towels, our soup bowls. And next shelf we got other dry goods and eggs. And then, so that's that cabinet. This cabinet's got a mirror here, so that's kind of convenient. And another little cubby for keeping rags and towels and whatnot. Then moving back, there's a shelf above, just below the ceiling, I guess, and above the bed. That is where Terry keeps her clothes. Some area here to hang coats. And moving further back, more of Terry's clothes. And moving across to my side here, it's got my socks, towels, stuff like that. A shelf above the bed as well. So this shelf here we use for keeping the frying pan and the Instapot. The Instapot is right now down on the ground working hard making oatmeal. So we've got a bit of a control panel. Here's the control panel for the AC and the heater. And when the truck is running, this panel here is for using the engine's temperature, heat and cooling. But this one here is for when we're parked. It has a heater and a cooler that are separate from the engine. And down here we've got an alarm clock and just a bunch of other functions. Button here to lock the doors, so if we crawl into bed and notice that the doors aren't locked, we can lock that. Over here is a switch. Let's see here, right there's a switch for turning the sleeper lights on. And we've got our cutlery in a cut open bottle there. Works really good. It keeps them tight and stops them from rattling while we're going down the road. And a kettle for making tea and coffee. And then below here is an office, sort of a desk where we can put a pan on, perhaps if we're cooking when we're stopped, or also an office space. Underneath it is some paperwork stuff and whatnot. And under here is, I'll have to move the Instapot a little bit. Just some other miscellaneous stuff that we don't have to get at too often. because it's a cupboard that's not easy to get at. So some of the items that we don't need to get at all the time are down there. Then I should swing around and show you the refrigerator. So, okay, this is the bed here. It's good and wide. It's wide enough for both Terry and I to sleep fairly comfortably. Then down here, this tub here is for doing dishes. We just take that out of the way here so I can show you the refrigerator. Here we've got the refrigerator. Eggs in the door. And just different things. That there's a tiny little freezer up here with some goods in there. So that's the refrigerator. And down here we've got some more paperwork and some of the other items that we don't use too often. This is how we've been packing our water in these jugs here. Just fill it up at the gas station or truck stop or wherever we are that we can get it into a sink and fill it. And then let's maybe move to the driver's station. I don't know how good the lighting is going to be. It's pretty bright outside. But we've got a steering wheel with a whole bunch of controls on it. We've got cruise controls here. It's got a limiting cruise control, so I can limit the speed. So I can set it for 100, perhaps, whatever the speed limit is, set it for the speed limit, and then I can just use my foot, and as soon as I have to slow down for traffic or for anything like that, I just slow down, and then when I put my foot right back to the floor, it'll speed right back up to 100 and stay there. And then there's other controls up here for adjusting the dash, phone, stereo volume. And the speedometer is all completely electric, or a screen. So I'll turn the key on. So here we get the speedometer coming up. And I can set that dash for whatever gauges I want to have showing on it. Right now I've got this set up with fuel, engine temperature, and different air pressures and stuff like that that are important to see all the time. But there are a lot of other gauges I can't access. And then we've got, it's an automatic transmission, so this control here basically controls the transmission. I can push this button to put it into manual, and then I can shift up or down, and I can change the engine brake by moving this up and down like that to different levels of braking power. And to turn this is forward, and to turn it back is reverse. And coming around, heater controls, stereo, and then a display for the stereo here, and GPS and all that kind of stuff. And then over here we've got another workstation that pulls right out of the dash, where Terry can put her laptop and be able to take care of business throughout the day. Glove box below. And that is some cup holders down there. My iPad is down there. That's where I keep the daily logs. I can switch that over to the logs. So there we go. That's how the logbook works nowadays. Basically, I have to enter in whether I'm driving, sleeping, working, and or off duty. So that's basically a tour of what we are doing here in the truck. So moving from Terry's workstation, we're going to go and take a look under the bed. There's a whole bunch of storage under there. So this here. So underneath here is a latch, and up with the bed we've got some more water jugs down there, some pots and other stuff, some more dry goods right down there, some more containers for leftovers and whatnot, and yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff. There's our toilet if there's ever emergencies. We do have that available, and some other fluids for the motor and laundry soaps and cleaners. So that's under the bed. And I hope that this basically shows you